first interview tonight. Man, I'm gonna tell you, me and this guy, we go back probably about 15 years, man. But I'm gonna say it's an honor and a pleasure to introduce our next first guest. I'm talking about my man Randy Wilson. Y'all make some noise. What's up, brother?
Appreciate it, bro. How you doing?
We're doing pretty good, man. Pretty good. So let's go to the beginning. How long have you been doing media?
I mean, when I was in college, I used to actually, like, after I stopped playing basketball, I started, I was broadcasting games.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I got my feet wet and interested. You know, we was hosting freestyles in the, on campus and just playing around with it. So from there, it just kind of always been like a passion.
Cool. Have you, I look at your platform, you've been, like, you interview, like, a lot of people with different backgrounds. I seen you, I think you had Crush Groovy one time.
Yeah.
You had my sister, Honey B.
Mm-hmm.
We was at the radio together, over at Radio 1. You had Mayor Stoner.
Yeah.
So how did that interview go? Because I know with when you interview politicians, I know you get a lot of backlash from, like, the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
Yeah, well, actually, we just did another interview last week, so it's about to drop this week. So it's interesting,
That's what's up.
kind of following up on the state of the city. But I represent the culture, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the person who's going to be talking to, a hood artist, and I'm also going to be talking to a politician. I'm here to leverage. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I am one of us. I represent the people, and I have a background that allows me to talk to all different types of people. So I know I'm not a celebrity, but I feel like I'm still showcasing the ability to encompass all different types of things.
I feel like, did you start when you did this platform? Was it before COVID?
Oh yeah, I started this one like 2019, I think.
Yeah, it was before COVID.
Yeah, definitely before COVID.
So when you was doing that, like, did you see a shift in the change with, like, your audiences, like during COVID? Then, like, how a podcast came more. I say, like, everybody started doing like during COVID.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it. Like, I was doing it before COVID, so I recognize now. Like, I think when I started podcasting, it really wasn't a lot of people podcasting. Mm-hmm. Like, Cheats was really an inspiration for me. Cheats so it wasn't really a lot of people podcasting. Now there's a lot more podcasts. So like, I think everyone's doing it. I just try to add value of having quality conversation.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just put a mic up. It's just like, some people play music, some people DJ. Yeah. I really try to research on my guests and have meaningful conversation that matters, so that all different types of people may listen.
Yeah.
But I'm not really. I'm not a character.
I feel you.
So I just really just be me.
Yeah.
And if it resonates, I know that some of my episodes resonate with some. The same people who might like this one may not like the next one.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that. I'm just trying to be broad and diverse.
You had a question?
Yeah, man. I just want to salute Randy Wilson, because during COVID, I started doing interviews on Instagram.
I feel like we met before.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely talked to you in DM before. But when you came out with your podcast, that was like the blueprint to what I was doing. I looked up to you.
I appreciate that, man.
With the podcast, for sure, bro.
I mean, I really appreciate that, because it's kind of like selfless, thankless work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So anytime someone appreciates or is inspired, like that lets you know that it's meaningful. Yeah, you're doing something right.
When you say you're not a character, I really respect that. But what like, do you try to stay away from some topics, or do you try to, like, because a lot of people, I think, try to clout chase, or they try to interview like controversy or whatever just to get like likes and stuff like that. How do you stay away from that?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I do intend to, like, entertain.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, when I say I'm not a character, it's like, I mean, I have a wife and a child, so I have to be comfortable in being who I am, because I don't want to be looked at as a hypocrite. I don't want to be contradicted. But I'm not really opposed to. I'm open to talking about anything. It's just that I think because of, like, I do podcasts in 5 to 9, so like 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I try to at least, like, I'm not gonna let. The only thing I'm like, I'm not gonna, like, allow people to, like, do drugs on the video.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. What you do, I'm not judging you, but I can't allow that image to come in. And I have got backlash for that.
Yeah.
Because everybody now wants to, weed's decriminalized, and, like, people want to market their products, and I'm not opposed to any of that, but I can't let it get in the way of my money.
I feel you.
Because I'm not getting paid for, selling reefer pot, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like.
And I feel you on that, but like on the back end, like
I'm willing to talk about it though.
Yeah, exactly, because it's one of the issues that's going on in the General Assembly right now.
Yeah,
like as far as like getting it passed.
It's a real issue.
Yeah, like I know like some people that's how they make their living right now, and like even with the edibles. But then you have these pop-up shops that get raided and stuff like that. You don't want to be tied with your name.
Just straight up. Like I don't really think everybody understands the law. Yeah, like I mean. I'm not here to pass judgment, but I mean, I'm open to anything and everything. Like when it comes to conversation, like one of my favorite podcasts is the Smoking Section podcast.
Yo, that dude funny,
That's
man.
one of my favorite podcasts. And I told him, like, yo, I love what y'all doing. It's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I support him.
That's what's up. How do you feel about, what's his name? Casanat?
Casanat, yeah. He streams, though.
Yeah, he streams. Yeah. But my thing is this, all right, so it's a big controversy going on right now. Him and Joe Budden got into it because Joe Budden made some comments about Killer Mike and his album. Yeah. Casanat, he was saying that
he didn't know who he was. And
he about the Killer Mike joint. He think that Travis Scott, his album was good. But they're friends too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like, do you think that this generation is getting more away from real hip hop, or not even real hip hop, but like they taking the streams to another level? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just refuse to be old.
Yeah.
So I refuse to allow myself to be old in the mind. Like we evolving. Mm-hmm. We got to adjust. Yeah. Nah, I mean selling streams is different than when we was selling CDs at the trunk. It's a completely different situation. Yeah. But I mean, I think to your first point, like I have the same view about hip hop. Like I feel like hip hop is evolving, it's changing, it's adjusting. Yeah. We can't allow ourselves to look at it any other way. Our parents was looking at us, and they was looking at it in a different kind of way, and we've just become our parents. Yeah, we parents now. Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think hip hop is hip hop.
Yeah, that is like a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's not just music; it's the way you dress, the way you talk.
I think that beef have more to do with generational than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like Casanat not tapped in with the spitters. He just not.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. Like, I mean, a lot of I will say this, and I'm not gonna put it on age, young or old. People just don't do their research.
Yeah,
they don't. Right. I mean, like you really need to go study Joe Budden's before you even. You're gonna lose that. You're gonna lose that battle, and I'm not talking about battle in rap. I'm talking about just in debate. Yeah. If you don't really go study him, like that's not an easy.
And he a spitter. He's really like he was a rapper first. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So people forget that they think he's just a podcaster. Casanat don't know Joe Budden history.
And then the other dude, Adam.
22.
Yeah, I think he was. He responded. He was like, he was like, we'll have more money than you'll ever have. And,
he was trying to Adam?
Yeah. He's a podcaster though. First.
Yeah. I think he's a gang member too.
Yeah,
he's a gang member. I didn't know that. That's new.
Allegedly, yeah.
So man. So what's your biggest inspiration?
Man, just make an impact, man. Change. I get motivated by change in all aspects. Monetary change, community change, development, like anything that goes from one to another, that inspires me. But I mean, this podcast and stuff is very thankless and selfless. Like I'm not doing it. I'm doing it because now I can't really stop.
Yeah.
Like I'm not making any money or anything like that. I'm not here to front. Like I'm not. I have made money doing it. I don't charge guests and things like that. My ticket to how I make money is I go out here and work with like nonprofit programs and help them get a grant, teach them a trade, and then we can discuss the profitability on it once that reimbursement comes through. Like but now I can't stop though because the relationships. Yeah. What you see on camera is one part, but like leveraging the relationships behind camera. And what kind of opportunities that can create for us or for other people, I can't stop. Yeah. Now I can't stop.
I got a question for you. Me and B were just talking about, it was a lot of platforms that was in Richmond that came and went. How did you you still here? How so?
I mean, before I was part, I could say I told you I'm not a character.
Right.
So before I was, I'm just doing the work. Right. It ain't really difficult, man. All I gotta do is like turn the camera on and record. Like just have a conversation once a week. It's not that difficult. The biggest challenge I have is like in-person stuff now because my video people are from Charlotte.
Okay, wow.
That's my biggest challenge. So,
Wow.
And so, like, a vulnerable piece here is like, I feel like I've put a lot of work into this, a lot of effort into this, and like people say they want to work with me, but they just try to hit my pockets.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I'm not really trying to do that kind of work. I'm trying to like collaborate with people, and like we can get to a bag, and I don't mind pushing the money to you because you're really doing the work. You're doing the editing. You're doing. But if you see me as a person that you just want to collaborate with because you feel like it's going to be a paycheck, I can just do it myself virtually.
Right.
And that disappoints guests sometimes because they want to be on camera and they want. But it's like, I'm not making no money doing this.
Yeah, you started off virtually too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
So, for the people that don't know, when they try to get started with a podcast, is it just like setting up a camera, putting it on YouTube, and then like your Instagram, or
man, it can be as easy as complicated as you want to make it. You know what I'm saying? I suggest a person they need a laptop, they need some mics. You know what I'm saying? They need to make a decision on how they want to manage sound, whether that's post production or during, like the thing like you got there, you know what I'm saying? And for me, I distribute my podcast through Libsyn.
Okay, I was ready to ask you what you.
Yeah, so I don't buy like a Spotify, Apple. I don't buy different accounts. I put one account and it distributes about 4 or 5 different places. I used to think it was cool to say my podcast is everywhere, but the reality of it is that people only go into so many places. So Spotify, Apple, Google, Libsyn, Stitcher.
Okay.
That's and YouTube. But really, what we should be doing is promoting people to go to our domain.
Yeah, that's
what we really should be doing.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
I started off with Anchor with my joint when I first started.
So like y'all, y'all got y'all's own thing. That's really what you
That's true.
All we doing is giving money to Spotify.
That's true.
Randy Wilson podcast. What's the biggest? Like, what's the goal? What's the goal for it? What's the vision
for the podcast?
For the brand.
I think the podcast is just one of the vehicles in the driveway, and my hope is that through navigating the community and building relationships and connecting dots, that it continues to help me create other opportunities and how I make income. It's nothing crazy. I don't got no like ridiculous goal. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I'm trying to make money and I'm trying to create opportunities and relationships.
Last question. Mm-hmm. What was that impactful interview you did? Like, oh my God, like that's crazy. Well, matter of fact, I got a follow-up question.
All right. Well, I think like I've interviewed a lot of people, man. I mean, I gotta say just one.
No, go ahead.
I don't know. I think the interview, man, that for me made me realize, there was a couple interviews that made me realize like that people knew who I was. One of the most challenging. I interviewed Miss USA, like one of Virginia State. That was probably Deshauna.
Yeah.
That was an interesting interview. But I think when I interviewed Young Money Yon,
okay, from 757,
and it wasn't even an interview. It was like Pusha T was actually at the interview. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, signed to Hero Wave, right?
Pusha owns Hero Wave, and he was signing Kari. I was actually there when they did that. I was interviewing Yon, and Pusha and Kari was
having a conversation.
They was listening to music. Like all this happened at the same time.
That's a kid from Hopewell, right?
Yeah, he's from Petersburg.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, that was an interesting interview because it kind of led to future places where, like, when Kari when Kari got signed and Pusha came to Richmond, and I was the only person there with a camera. Shout out Davo Productions. So it was his camera.
Oh wow!
We was the only people there that captured that content, and that content went in every hip hop platform across the world.
Yeah,
world.
That was big.
World, Craig.
That was super big.
Like I remember, it was like my YouTube video because I started getting email from everybody. Like I was having a portrayal. I was having to front a little bit right there.
Yeah.
I was having to pretend because it was like I was experiencing something I never experienced before because the inbox started getting flooded. But that was crazy. So like, just knowing that people know who I am, that's cool.
But then, do you when you have that situation happen? Do you have to pick and choose who you want to interview? Because like some people just want to, hey, bro, I'm the next Booster, bro. You need to interview me.
Yeah, that's probably I respectfully don't respond to certain messages like yo.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? I mean, I'm not even responding, man. It's like because like you don't even follow me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
that.
I am not the platform for you to do your press run.
See, that got me in trouble the other day, man, because he posted somebody video, and dude hit me up like, I see y'all just interview anybody, huh? I said, dang, bro, you ain't been on the show, cuz. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you somebody. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a press run person. I ain't gonna lie. I typically like I want to do an interview with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I've been wanting to, and it's taking forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like. I ain't gonna lie. I want to interview who I want to interview.
Yeah.
And if you want to interview me, I'll say like email me some stuff so I can learn it, figure it out. So because I want to be able to have a conversation. Yeah, that's typically the way I go.
That's dope.
Wow,
And then you was on what's Lonnie Station 100?
Spin 100.
Yeah, would you
FM.
do something with that?
Yeah, I've been up there for the past couple years. Lonnie's been very gracious and willing to allow me to use his space.
Okay.
And so yeah, I've done a lot of episodes up there.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yo, how can people follow you, bro?
Yo, Randy Wilson podcast everywhere. Check out the Instagram, inbox me. That's it.
So did you make that an LLC?
Yeah,
That's dope.
S Corp.
Okay, that's dope.
Do you know what that
what's
is?
the difference?
So and that's just good game for people like
Flo, listen up.
yo, black people out here LLC and everything because that's the only term that we use.
Yeah.
Like S Corp has been more beneficial for me because my business isn't making over $150,000. So by being an S Corp, I get better tax breaks and I'm able to put more money in my pocket that way. So my advice is, yeah, LLC is cool, but we need to expand our vocabulary, our knowledge. Like, if you ain't making more than $150,000, just explore what other options out there that you can become. You can be incorporated. You know?
Absolutely. He's correct, y'all. Y'all listen up.
Because she do taxes and everything. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't know as much as her, but I know I listen to my tax people.
I know that's right. She about to get us $22,000. But yeah, hey man, we appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you letting me come through, bro.
Hey, bro, no problem, man. You've been like for real, man. I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all this true story, man.
I knew you before you had ADHD.
I know, exactly. Like, I've been knowing bro for a minute, like way before, like, you know what I'm saying? I remember one time I was like, yo, I'm trying to get into the DJ game. And I reached out to him, like, oh, who can I hit up? And he referred me to somebody. So if it weren't for you, man, a lot of my success, I want to say thank you, bro.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, man, because, we knew this, one of his friends that he keeps in contact was the best man at my wedding.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We grew up together, you know what I'm saying? So Jay Clark, shout out to him, man. But, yeah, man, I just want to say, yo, this is one of, like, when you got like them top interviews, whatever, this is like one of the ones that hit home right here. So I'm glad to be able to get you up here, bro. And that means a lot to me, man.
Much respect.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Full circle moment, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cool Mix J, take us out, man. Hey, look, we come back, y'all. It's cracking. It's the dinner plate. Let's go.